Hello, everyone. Welcome into Above My Pay Grade. My name is Eric. Thanks for tuning in today. If you're new to this channel, from time to time, I like to talk about the military because if you are a taxpayer, which probably you all are, your taxes go to paying military salary. And you should know what the military is doing with your money because at the end of the day, you are paying them to protect you. Yeah, that's right. You're paying them to protect you. So you should have a vote in what's going on. So I'm going to pin this article in the description below, but the Royal Air Force, that would be our friends, the British. This is from an article in Sky News, reading here. A senior female officer apparently handed in her notice in recent days amid concerns that such restrictions on hiring, however temporary or limited, could undermine the fighting strength of the Royal Air Force, sources said. Now, what are the restrictions she's talking about? Oh, I don't know, that the Royal Air Force is not hiring white males. That's right. That's right. In an effort to expand diversity, have more female hires, have more diversity when it comes to race, the Royal Air Force is pausing hiring men, white men. Now, I always like to ask people what they mean when they say diversity. Because what you mean and what I mean are typically different things. Because the military, I've spent quite a bit of time in the military, probably the most diverse place in the world. Okay? But if you as a military, if you think about this, if you as a military are saying, we are hiring based off of skin color, in an effort to be more diverse, you are reinforcing the idea that skin color is the most important aspect about that person that makes them good at their job. Are you not? If you say, no, melanin, complexion, okay, not good enough, or too good, or whatever, you are basically pulling up like one of those paint cards, the different shades, and you're like, okay, you can get in, you can't get in. Isn't that racism? Yeah, it is, okay? So in the military, in the United States military, like I said, it's the most diverse place I've ever been around. But we're not you need a fire team or you need a team of 3. You don't go, okay, give me an Asian, give me a black guy. We look at your qualifications and your skin color doesn't matter. That's diversity. Your skin color doesn't matter. Now, I get it. If you want different backgrounds, different ideas is diversity. Diversity of thought, diversity of experience. But that one doesn't follow the other. Not all black people have the same experience. Not all white people have the same experience. So not all Asian people have the same experiences, right? So if you're segregating them based off of their race only, and you're saying, okay, we need to up the number of Asians, we need to lower the number of whites, that's racist stuff. And at the end of the day, it means you will fail at your mission because you're not looking at qualifications necessarily. You are just looking at skin color. And I do find this rather odd because it makes total sense to most people and it never comes up in a world like sports. It never does, right? So in the United States, the NFL is huge here. Soccer is huge in England, I know that. And it's a pretty diverse sport. But no one looks at the team and goes, you know what? You know why we're losing? We don't have enough Asians, whites, whatever. They're looking for the best players in the world to be on their team. It's a meritocracy. If you're good, we want you on the team, right? And that is diversity, in my opinion. Your skill is what matters, not your skin color. If a team hired players based off diversity, do you think they'd win? They want to have the perfect, up those numbers, 32% this, okay, 33% this, repeating. Well, it has to be exact, You get it, right? They would lose. Is the military the same as a sports team? In my opinion, yes. Because at the end of the day, they have a no-fail mission. They either win or they lose. And when you inject diversity like this into the military and you say, hey, your qualifications don't matter. It's your skin color that matters. Number one, you're reinforcing racism. Okay? You're hiring somebody strictly based off their race, or not hiring somebody strictly based off their race. And I don't know a lot of people who are going, we just don't want a diverse work environment. They do, but they want the best. And when you say it's not about the best, you're saying it's about race, that, in my opinion, reinforces racism. It injects tribalism into a place it should not exist. And in my experience, military, probably the most diverse place in the world. And it's because you're all working towards the same mission. It's integrated. And this kind of stuff, I've said this multiple times, but you see it and you're like, this isn't good. People who have been around the block, they're like, this is not good. And it is going to have dire consequences. And sometimes those aren't seen overnight. A good example is the U.S. military having recruiting problems. You can give a lot of reasons why. I have my anecdotal reasons. I did an episode on this, but U.S. military has the worst recruiting problems in 23 years, right? And you can dig into why, but most of my opinions are anecdotal based off what I'm seeing. But my point is this: it does not strengthen the fighting force, and the military of all places in the world should be a meritocracy. Every place should be a meritocracy, in my opinion. But in a place where it's you either win or you lose, and this isn't a game, this isn't sports, this is a war, this is international conflict, this is showing your adversary strength, right? A lot of military is just a defense, like showing them what you can do so they never do anything stupid. F around and find out kind of mentality. But if your military is weak, they might F around and find out, right? And it's just not wise. And like I said, I'll pin this article in the description below. But you let me know what you think about what the Royal Air Force is doing, if you think this is the direction the U.S. military is going, and if you have any family that's had this experience, thought about joining or was in and now wants to get out. It's definitely an interesting time in the military, but of all places in the world, military should be a meritocracy, in my humble opinion. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. See you guys in the next one. Peace.